Hello, ladies and gentlemen, it's I, the British Wolf, and today I will be doing another episode of Replay, this time with Croc, the legend of the Gobbos? Gobbos? I don't know, I just always called it Gobbos when I was a kid. And, I gotta say, this is a very, old game. I think it was before Crash and Spyro, and obviously after Banjo-Kazooie and, Conker. It was a very child-friendly game for what it was, where you play as the titular Croc, as evil creatures, I'm not inherently sure what the hell they are, take over the island that you've been raised on, and you've been basically raised from, you know, as a sort of small child by these fuzzy little creatures, which I'm assuming are the Gobbos. And it's a very cute game. Like the sound effects, the voice clips that Croc gives off now and then are very happy, cheerful, and somewhat innocent in nature. And the game itself, I mean, obviously it was a bit clunky, but given the time, it was a PS1 title. But it was actually very cute, you know? I mean, you had your standard tail whip to attack people, you had your body slam, or butt bomb, as I like to call it, because it turns out my entire childhood was filled with slamming my ass into people, which might explain quite a bit about me now. And generally, it was a very cutesy game. I mean, you had your obvious problems like lava and that, but it seemed to bring in certain aspects of other games. Like in Crash Bandicoot, if you fell into lava, you'd just die. Like, you know, you had to get a certain pickup for that. Where Croc ended up using the sort of ring mechanic that Sonic used to, where you collect gems, and once you've collected enough gems, if you take a hit, you'll lose them all, but you'll be able to collect a few before they disappear. And that worked as your health system, provided you didn't fall into a bottomless pit or land in lava twice. It had it sort of allowed open exploration, which was I think somewhat different at the time. Eventually, when Spyro came along, that was, you know, encouraged, but at the time I think it was very linear. Like, I remember Crash Bandicoot not being very open-ended. And it was a very innocent sort of playthrough. Like, it was very child-friendly, and definitely, if you're planning on getting your kids involved, definitely sit them down and let them play that, because it's a good starting point, especially for platformers. Even if the controls are clunky by today's standards, as there's no analog control and you can't exactly move the camera, there was some very good fun to be had there, and its charm hasn't gone. Like, it's not memorable, it's not. I think there was a sequel maybe, but other than that, there's nothing special about it. It's just another platformer. It's just another friendly animal mascot and a weird creature that you have to save. But at the end of the day, it's just got that allure to it. Like, it's not something you'll write home about. It's not something where you'll go crazy about it years from now, but you'll remember it because of what it is. Just simply charming. And, I mean, it's just a nice little game that you can just enjoy. And some of the mechanics are old, like finding different gems to unlock a certain door and get 100% in a level, that sort of thing. Like, not exactly special, but the entire game itself is lovable. And that's something I kind of miss from games, because you just don't see that enough. You don't see a game where you fall in love with it, despite its many flaws. And I think that's probably why I want to show you guys this, because some of you will remember it, some of you won't, mostly those of the younger generation who weren't really around for the PS1 or just never played it. More than likely the former. But those of you that do remember it will agree that it is most definitely a charming game that you just... It wasn't special, but you loved it. Like, you remember it, and you remember it fondly. You don't remember the dodgy mechanics, the strafe buttons, which had a weird use. The fact that you are literally just playing as what is essentially a squeaky child. Or the fact that the creatures we're rescuing were actually just 2 parts 3D and 1 part big 2D image that just kept moving around. And I think that's a good thing, because you remember what you loved about it, not about the dodgy mechanics. And nowadays it's all about the mechanics and the gameplay. It's not about just falling in love with the game. And honestly, I would like to see more of that in the gaming industry. But I'm getting off point here. If you can play it, find it. I think its publisher is dead and gone. I really do. It's like I can't remember the name of it, but it was like a Spartan sort of logo, like Centurion Studios or something. And it's just a game that you need to play. Like, it's not something that's vital. It's not gameplay worthy. It's not story worthy. I mean, it's just fluffy and cute, you know? And it's something that stays with you. It's like when you meet a dog in the street and you pet it, you know? Like, you're not going to take the dog home, but you still think, oh, that was a cute dog. And that's what you remember it by. It's nothing special, it's just a dog. And that is the sort of thing what this game is. It is a stray dog that you ended up meeting, and it was friendly and nice, and you liked it. But you didn't inherently take it home, and you're not going to remember it in a few weeks' time. But it is still cute. Anyway, this has been Croc, I have been Bruce Wolf, and I will see you in the next video. Ta-ta for now.